Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Chelsea Football Club finds new ways to surprise me. I'm still in shock over this one, I'm not going to lie. I told you guys on here, I genuinely thought Chelsea would be going for De Zerbi, the Brighton model. You get the gist? Nah. All the questions that we had about that, which was bad enough, right? But you could argue about De Zerbi, it's a debatable situation with De Zerbi, right? You can definitely go for some of the cons or some of the pros. There's something to weigh up there. At least he's from a Premier League side or a mid-table Premier League side where the next step up is a top Premier League side, if he was to take that step up, right? That's one thing. But I thought we'd go after the Brighton model, go for De Zerbi. Yeah, he'll find players that he's already coached before. He's got them here at Chelsea. And like I said, I didn't think it'd be his personality that would be the issue. It'd be his football. Well, we've decided to go even lower. Yeah, forget all of that. No, that's not. Nah, forget that. That's not good enough. We're gonna go to the Championship and pick up managers from there now. That's how low we've gone. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Championship. Enzo Maresca. Out of all the possible names that Chelsea could have got, Thomas Frank, De Zerbi came in afterwards, but De Zerbi, Thomas Frank, Kieran McKenna, who's now staying at Ipswich, by the way, which surprises me because I thought he'd go to Brighton, right? And as of earlier on, apparently he was going to Brighton. Now all of a sudden he's staying at Ipswich and Brighton are going back in for Graham Potter. Funny how that works. Talk about a process. Go back to the guy you started with. All right. So that's that. And Enzo Maresca. Those were the names. Now, I've got to be honest here. From when Poch walked out of the door and he's gone, did any of you think, hey, before the names were mentioned, let's go and get that Leicester gaffer. Let's go and get Enzo Maresca. He looks like a good one. Did any of you think that? Because now, as of today, Enzo Maresca is coming to Chelsea and now all of a sudden he's the best thing since sliced bread. It's laughable. It's laughable. I'm sorry, it's laughable. I genuinely think there's way too many people that are glued in on a football manager logic and are looking at it from that lens. I think this is going to cook him. I think this job is going to roast him like a barbecue has never been barbecued ever. Why? It's funny. Why is it that we let go of Graham Potter? Someone answer me that question. Why did we let go of Graham Potter? Oh, well, actually, no. Let me take back that question. Because why did we let go of Graham Potter? I think the club couldn't take the pressure that the fan base put on about how Graham Potter needs to go. Because it got pretty dark, right? It got pretty deep. Potter out. We all remember. But what was the reason that the entire fan base wanted Potter out for? Tell me. He wasn't ready. Correct? He wasn't ready. The job was too big for him. This is too much of a step up for him. He left Brighton. We're hiring someone from Leicester in the Championship who's never managed top flight football ever. And now we're trying to make it look okay. Oh, because Arteta did so. So all of a sudden, Arsenal and what they're doing is okay, right? I even saw someone vouch for Maresca by saying Zidane and Pep didn't manage before they took on Real Madrid and Barca. We're comparing Real Madrid, who did they have? Prime Modric, Prime Cruz, Benzema in their team, right? All of that. And Pep with Barcelona, who? Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Puyol, Piqué. What are we doing? What have we got? What have we got? Here we got a couple of good players and a bunch of children. That's what we've got, right? We got Palmer, yeah. We got Reece James, yeah. When he's fit, hopefully he's going to remain fit this season, this coming season, fingers crossed. Next season, this season just finished. So next season, fingers crossed. Gusto, yeah. Gallagher's going. No need to even mention him. Chalobah's going. No need to mention him. Thiago Silva's gone. Caicedo, yeah. Enzo, people vouch for him. Children everywhere. Not the same. Now you got this squad, right, that needs to be managed to perfection. And you're bringing in Enzo Maresca. And we're going to ask ourselves for top 4. Listen. Let's get into the latest and see what is the logic behind this decision. For me, lack of logic. But what's the logic going into this decision? Let's check it out. Enzo Maresca has informed Leicester City of his desire to sign for Chelsea. Can I just stop there? Of course he has. Of course he has. You think he's going to turn this job down? Hell no. And I'm going to come to Enzo Maresca in a bit, because I think people also have a misconception here that, Maresca's got to get out now. No, already. He's got enough. Forget it. We got to get rid of him already. No, I'm not going down that route. I've told you guys, I'm not going down that route. No, I've got nothing bad to say about Maresca. Personally. I'll get to that. The agreement between Maresca and Chelsea on the contract is being sealed. No issues on salary. Of course not. They're going to give him peanuts. Peanuts for a normal top manager would be considered peanuts for him. For Maresca, though, great salary. I'm sure they're probably going to offer him, what are they going to offer him? 6 million a year? Yeah? Maybe 5. What was he getting at Leicester? Can I look that up? Hang on, let me get, what was he getting at Leicester? Enzo Maresca salary Leicester. What was he getting? Oh, I got to look this up. He's got a release clause, obviously, of 9 to 10 million pounds, but I don't know his actual salary. So I'm not getting it anyway. Anyway, Oh, okay. It's a little bit hit and miss here. Enzo Maresca apparently is meant to be getting... Nah, it's too vague. It says anywhere between $1 and $8 million. So, there we are. $8 million would be around £6.5 million or so. Anyway, somewhere in that margin. For Leicester City in the Championship, I would be surprised if he's getting more than 2 or 3. Right? They're probably going to double that for him. Yeah, great salary. He'd walk in, no problem. Right? But for us, that's cheap. Considering what top managers are on, cheap. Right? But let's keep reading. Understand also Maresca's staff is now also being discussed in club-to-club compensation talks. So, we know the compensation is going to be about 9-10 million, and obviously he's going to bring all of his staff with him. His staff includes Willy Caballero. He used to be goalkeeper for us and for Man City. But let's keep reading now. Let's start to look at the logic behind this decision. Nizar Kinsella says this. Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart have built up an instant rapport with Enzo Maresca. The sporting director pair were impressed with Enzo's knowledge of the Chelsea squad. His connection to Guardiola is viewed positively. He feels he will fit the structure. So we're now choosing managers and we're taking into consideration who they've worked with. That's now a requirement. I don't know what to say. The levels have plummeted so far, it's incredible. That's my problem here. The levels have gone down so far. It's criminal. It's criminal. He had a connection with Pep, therefore, he's qualified. He's qualified. What? He's had a connection with Pep, therefore he's going to emulate Pep? That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. Was Pep a disciple of anyone else, or just asking? Did Pep get that big Barca job in the first place? Or because he knows someone? Did Pep become the manager that he is today because he knew someone? Someone who's top level is top level. Simple as that. And right now, there doesn't seem to be any inkling to show us that Maresca is that. Chelsea used to operate on accolades, right? Accomplishments, achievements. What has this person done? We need to hit a level. We cannot plummet below a certain level. We need to make sure this manager comes in and he hits the ground running. That's how we used to operate. But now we're trying to find the next best copy. Not even the next best thing. The next best copy, right? Because there's more. Now, this is it. Chelsea have studied how Arteta eventually thrived after leaving Guardiola's staff and hope Maresca can flourish in the same way. Okay. So we're basing this on other people now, right? We're basing it on Pep Guardiola. Now we're basing it on Arteta. Can I just... Okay, Arsenal, right, are operating within a certain bracket. But after 2 years now within this project at Chelsea Football Club, right? 2 years has gone. We're entering a third, right? I'm sorry. Is it too ludicrous for us to be asking for some sort of silverware now? Is it too crazy? What's Arteta actually done at Arsenal? He's operating within a certain level, right? Fair play. But has he managed to get things over the line? No. And there's another point here. Chelsea Football Club. The structure, the way we operate, which is why I'm about to say what I'm about to say about Enzo Maresca. Hold that thought. But Arteta at Arsenal, even when Arteta walked into Arsenal, they were operating under certain structures, right? Certain signings. They weren't going for the best. They were trying to keep wages low. They were doing all of this. And then it hit a point, didn't it? When Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke's son, took the helm at Arsenal. I was going to say Chelsea, bloody hell. At Arsenal, he took the reins, and all of a sudden, they started to up it a notch. They started to aim for the bigger signings. They started to offer the slightly higher salaries. They started to do all of that. They upped the levels. The moment that Zinchenko walked in, right? If you remember. Declan Rice later on. Like, they started to get signings in. Oh, all of a sudden, oh, they're competing for the title. Well, of course they are. Of course they are. Because they actually did adjust their model. We're not doing that. We're getting children through the door, hoping it's going to be the next best thing. And then you want an Enzo Maresca to come in and he's going to be the guy to get you top four. This is delusional. As far as I'm concerned. Oh, no, but hang on. Look, Arteta at Arsenal looks good, and he's a disciple of Guardiola too. So therefore, we're copying. We're just trying to copy. And let me tell you one thing. Copying will never be as good or as effective as the original. Ever. So stop copying. We had our own way. We had our identity. We had what people used to hate about Chelsea. We had all of that, and we threw it in the bin. Out of the window. And now we're trying to copy. Pep. No, we got to copy Pep. Arteta. We got to copy Arteta. Why? And we're not even copying the models of those football clubs. Man City, at that time, decided to go, listen, we want to be the best. Who's the best manager in the world right now? Pep Guardiola, listen, bring him. You're in, mate. You're in. Listen, who do you need? Do you want your director that you had at Barcelona too? No problem, we'll get him through the door too. Now we'll let you work, good luck, all down to you. That's what Man City did, and they've been successful ever since. Arsenal got Arteta in, massive risk, huge risk, right? And then they did switch up on their model. We show no sign of doing that because right now, all it seems at Chelsea is to try and make money. That's it. That's the model. Money, income, that's it. Flip kids, flip players, bring them in low, sell them off high. We've turned into a massive stock trade center. Honestly, we've turned into a financial institution. Completely. We've turned into a stock exchange. You might as well put us on the FTSE 100 at this point. Chelsea might as well be listed on there. We've turned into the stock exchange. And then on top of that, you're going to put the pressure of then trying to say, oh no, we need top four, right? On a Maresca. I feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him for the money and the circumstances he's going to have, right? He's going to get paid well and he's going to have Chelsea on his CV, and this is why he's going to accept the job. He's accepting this instantly. On top of that, you have to ask, why is he accepting the job? Why is he deeming it okay? And why have Chelsea actually gone ahead with him? He won't kick up a fuss. Enzo Maresca was asked about transfers on the 10th of May. His response, no, I'm not asking for more control. Absolutely not. I'm asking just to be able to do my job that I'm being paid for. No more than that. Perfect. We now have a person who's happy to be here. Just happy to be here. We now have the yes man we've been looking for all this time. We haven't. Yeah. And we're making him look good because he's linked to Pep. So I find it incredible. It's so obvious within this structure. And it's so obvious as to why these two directors still have a job, even though Poch walked. What should have happened if Poch walked? Those two directors should have walked with him. They should be out the door. But they're not. Why? Because they are yes men. They are going to execute what's told to them from upstairs and from the ownership. Easily. Not a problem. And now they've managed to get someone who is absolutely happy to be here. Oh my God, Chelsea Football Club. Managing Parma, right? He left as an assistant under Pep. He went to Parma. He got sacked within 3 months, right? And then from there, he went to Leicester. And he's managed to get them into the Premier League. He managed to win the championship. But my goodness, did they make a tough meal of that? Leicester fans will tell you that. Leicester fans will say how hard that flipping got, even though they were 12 points clear at one point and nearly threw it all away, right? They got frustrated towards the end, even though they won the championship. Does that not scream volumes? Oh, but don't worry, he won PL2. You want to know who else won PL2? Within the same era? Andy Myers. Do any of you even know who Andy Myers is? Andy Myers worked at Chelsea. Andy Myers was the manager of the PL2 squad, right? The development squad. He was the manager there. He won it. Why don't we just go for Andy Myers then? Oh, I'm sorry, he's not linked to Pep. You guys see the logic here? We're hiring a certain level, which is incredible. It just goes to show the levels have plummeted so far, it's criminal. Criminal. Andy Myers went on to become an assistant coach for the manager of Millwall, and then they left, and now I don't think he's got a role. But, same sort of level, hey? Still the championship. It's incredible. It's incredible. Enzo Maresca will be walking into Chelsea. Now, that thought that I told you to hold, this is where we're going to end on. I'm not going to come for Enzo Maresca. No. Enzo Maresca, listen, my friend. Welcome to Chelsea. Welcome. Yeah? Good luck to you. I have no problem with you. None. Absolutely none. Even if it all crumbles and it fails, I've not got a problem with you, mate. You accepted this job. You got it offered to you. You made the case. They thought it was a good idea. No problem. You've decided to up the levels in your own career. I admire it. Fair play. You've taken on a gigantic risk. I admire it. Fair play. I actually do. Big up. Right? But if it all goes south, right? I'm not coming for you, my friend. No. You're safe. You took on a job. You're getting paid nicely. You get to put Chelsea FC on your CV. You've done what any of us would have done. I would have done the same thing in your shoes. You think I'm at Leicester, I'm going to turn down Chelsea Football Club? Are you crazy? Knowing that if I stick at Leicester and I get relegated again or something happens, what's next? Stoke? All due respect to Stoke. Plymouth? Wayne Rooney just went there. I am absolutely taking it, so I don't blame the geezer one bit. Not a problem. Enzo Maresca walks in, I understand his point of view. Anything goes south in the new season, bad results, whatever happens, lay it on the ownership and the directors. End of story. End of story. I'm not... You won't hear me say Maresca's got to go. You won't hear me say, I don't like this Maresca. You won't hear me say that, and I'm telling you that right now. Anything goes wrong, I'm going to point it to upstairs. End of story. Because enough is enough. This is going to be 3 years into this so-called project. And I don't understand why people find it so easy to get sucked into all this project madness and process madness. You can't believe in the long term if you don't have anything to show in the short term. There's no process to trust if there isn't anything happening off the cuff, immediately, off the bat. This has somehow become a concept too hard for people to understand because they're so hell-bent on going on a journey and then making it to the promised land, and then eventually after 8 or 9 years, we won that league title, yay, if you even do. Whereas the way that we used to do it, which, by the way, isn't new to anyone nowadays, this is more short-term than ever. Proof is in the pudding. This ownership walked through. How many managers have we been through? So much for a process. But what have we got to show for it? Nothing. Under Roman, managers were getting sacked. We were showing things for it. Not a problem. People are going to talk about we took a risk with AVB. Yeah, we did. What happened to him? He got sacked and then we won the Champions League. People are going to talk about, we took a risk with Frank Lampard. He came from the Championship. Yeah, we were in a transfer ban. The moment we weren't in a transfer ban, we gave him an opportunity. What happened? Failed. He got sacked. What happened after? We won the Champions League after we brought Thomas Tuchel in through the door. We knew what we were doing. These lot don't know what they're doing. They don't. And we don't have anything to show for it. We are in a climate right now where it's never been more short-term than this, ever. But everyone wants to play the long-term game. You're thinking backwards. Long-term was Sir Alex. Long-term was Arsene Wenger. Long-term, in the exception, is Pep when you do things correctly as a football club and you allow yourself to operate at the highest level and you give keys to the director and the manager to get on with it properly because they operated at a high level before. You've got references. We are Experimentation FC, Hope FC, Copium FC, Wait for Everything to be Okay FC, Blind Leading the Blind, Go into the Wind and just hope it's going to be okay. That's basically what we're doing right now. So, I won't have a problem with Maresca whatsoever. I wish him the best. Completely. I hope he does well. Right? Come in. Not a problem. But the consequences will not lie with him. Not this time. Not the manager. Not doing it. It will lie with upstairs. End of story. So, let me know your thoughts down below. I find it crazy that we're about to proper throw this guy into the pressure that is going to be, we must get top 4. We must win the Conference League. And I think it's safe to say, after all this time now, under this ownership, I think it's safe to say we should expect a cup. No? Enzo Maresca is going to be the guy to do that. Good luck to all of you. Good luck. Good luck. We're throwing him into the fire. If people don't get it, we're throwing him into the fire. I feel bad for him. Let's see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated, and I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one or two. We will focus on what's going on elsewhere. Now there's all sorts of question marks about Ten Hag. There's all sorts of question marks about Graham Potter. Kieran McKenna's looking like he's staying at Ipswich. Pochettino is up for the United job too, alongside Thomas Tuchel now that McKenna's staying at Ipswich. So we'll see what happens there. De Zerbi, what's going to happen with him now? Crazy. Let's see what happens. I will be here to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. Let me know your thoughts down below. Catch you tomorrow. In a bit. Take care.